You think you do, but you don't.
Hey guys, welcome back to episode 8 of the Journey Leveling series. Today we're going to try and hit level 33. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Around level 30 is when you start to hit the first slump when you're leveling in Classic WoW. Level 30 is usually when most players end up quitting the game, just because you start becoming under-leveled for zones and you don't have enough quests to get you to the appropriate level. So you have to start supplementing in some grinding with questing, and a lot of people don't like that. So for this video, for our first level, we're going to pick up War Mode from Goldshire to get that nice, I think it's 30 or 40% XP increase. And we're going to do our level from 30 to 31 doing some AoE grinding and completing a Worgen quest at the mine in Duskwood. So we're going to get through this real quick, and I'll see you guys soon. Boom, there's level 31, very nice. So our plan now is to head back over to Stormwind, get a tent to get some more rested XP, and then we're probably going to end up going to South Shore to get our next couple of levels. So see you guys in a bit. Alright, so we got a good amount of rested XP, so let's hearth back over to Darkshire and finish up the couple of quests there. Should go back and do that quest, which I will do after finishing up Totem of Infliction and the Night Watch. I'm worried it might be a little busy. We got like 4K players on right now, so it might not be possible to kill the quest mob, but we'll see. I've noticed it's been more busy near the lower levels, so between like, you know, level 1 and like level 25, and it hasn't been too bad at like the 30 plus bracket. I think it might be better to go to a higher level zone. It looks pretty busy out here. Since we're on the way, it makes sense to finish up the war banners. I'm not going to run back to hand it in now, but once I get my flight points up here, I can always just fly back and hand it in when I have time. There's our first banner. Floating. Boom, all the war banners. Let's continue on our journey to South Shore. Flight point for Arathi discovered. So probably another 10 or so minutes till we get over to South Shore. We made it to South Shore, so we're going to pick up the quests here, and we'll see which quests are good for our level bracket. And then I think I can start grinding on the Yetis up in the cave. I'll probably give it a test run, but we should be able to get to level 32 just by doing the quests. So we picked up all the quests we're going to do. We'll head over to get the flight pass so I don't forget. And then we're going to start off with killing the turtles on the shore to complete those 2 quests. I knew that they were resistant. Ugh. I was like, are they resistant to frost? Oh my, the drop rate on this quest is not very good. This quest might not happen. I activated the war mode buff a little while ago, and honestly it's made leveling so much smoother once you get to 30, because usually around 30 is when most people end up quitting classic WoW, just because 1, questing becomes more scarce and it starts to feel really, really grindy, whereas that extra, I think it's 30% XP, is just, you really notice it when you're leveling. It's absolutely fantastic. Bam. Alright, all of the Murlocs taken care of. Let's go hand in this quest. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to bother with the Turtle Bisque quest because the drop rate has been absolutely horrendous. I think I've killed like 5 or 6 and I've gotten 0 and I need 10. The best option would probably be just to buy the meat off the auction house, but it's probably expensive and honestly not worth it. Bears down the coast, handed in. So we'll head over to the Yeti Cave to see if we can do that quest with some AoE grinding. If not, we can head over and start killing the Syndicate assassins. Oh, it looks like there's some PvP going on. And by that, I mean a hunter killing a, looks like a priest, 10 levels lower. I think you can also get Yeti from skinning them, but I'm not sure. We'll find out. E. Uh-oh. Well, I guess the shaman's getting killed. If only Horde and Alliance could exist at peace on our Turtle WoW server, but alas we cannot. So I can AoE the Cave Yetis pretty easily, but the downside is the F-ton of Horde in this area. Yeah, the server's been really busy. I might have to play later in the day, EU time. Just because usually the server dies down when EU is sleeping. So I might need to like play at, I don't know, like 10 p.m. EST or something. Yeah, so the pop's starting to die down. When I logged in, I think we were at like 4.9 and now we're at 3.9. And it's what, like midnight in EU, I think? I always forget that EU time is 1 hour ahead of BST, and that's always what I think of when I think of EU, is the time in the UK. Bring back a lot of memories. I spent a good amount of time on this cave during Nostalrius on the PvE server, leveling my mage. How long ago was that? Like 2015? A long time, almost 10 years ago. So a few more packs of Yeti should easily take us to level 32. One thing I have noticed is there's not as many mages AoE grinding as I've seen on other servers. I remember when I was playing on the NOS PV server back in the day, almost every one of the grinding spots was like contested. There'd be like at least 2 mages always using them. Whereas I think I've only encountered 1 mage using the same grinding spot as me, which was the Workets in the cave. And then I just logged in a little bit later in the day and I had it to myself. So I think most of the population is still like in the lower levels. But so this pack of Yeti should get us to level 32. Ooh, oh no. Yeah, it should be good enough of a reset. And one more, bam. 32. Excellent. So we'll head back over to Stormwind, pick up our spells for level 32, and then find a tent, and then chill out there. So we got all the materials we need to hand in for those 2 quests. Alright, let's find ourselves a tent. And we got a tent. Fantastic. Wow, almost 6k people online. So we got all the materials we need to hand in those 2 quests in Self-Store, so we're going to teleport back. There's Soothing Turtle Bisque handed in. Now we'll hand in the Fur Cloak. Not very useful to us, but the quest is complete. Fantastic. So we have Crushrid's Bounty left and Costly Menace. So our options are to go back down here to get the Murloc heads. We could do that. We could head up and kill the Syndicate Assassins. And our other option is to go over 2,000 Needles to do some of the quests over here. And there's a pretty good grinding spot over there. So I think we'll finish with getting the Murloc heads. So while I'm killing these Murlocs, just something I think important to talk about is the server is doing absolutely fantastic. Like I think we hit 11k last weekend. The problem that we could have, which happened to NOS near the end of its lifetime, is the server could end up being so overcrowded that it's impossible to play. So what Nostalrius did was they created a PvE server to help mitigate some of the population. I think it was around 3 to 4k on average the server, and that's what I ended up switching to playing because it was nigh on impossible to play on the PvP realm because it was way too many people. And I think we could have a similar problem here on Turtle WoW with there just being way too many people to get quests done. And the only way they can deal with it really is to increase like mob respawn times. But eventually that too becomes unplayable where, you know, mobs are respawning after like 1 second. So it's a tough decision. Like, should Turtle WoW open up another server? Should they cap the amount of people that they're allowing to play on the server at a time? I don't know. What do you guys think? Honestly, I think it'd be a good idea to to launch a fresh server, but the problem with that is, you know, the server could die out and then your character, you know, is stuck on a server where no one's playing. I think if they did a second server, you know, people like fresh, and then in 6 to 8 months, if the server is, you know, dying, they can just merge those characters back onto the main server is probably the best option they could do, but I am not a server engineer. So what do you guys think? Do you think we should just let as many people as possible pile onto the server? Should there be a cap of how many players can be on at maximum? So yeah, just leave your thoughts in the comments and we can hopefully have a discussion to fix the population problem, because I think it's just going to keep going higher and higher. I guess the argument could be, now that I think about it, Blizzard's going to be releasing official hardcore servers, I believe sometime in August 22nd or August 24th. I don't remember the exact date. And that could alleviate some of the population, but I don't know. I don't know if it will, to be honest. A lot of people who play on this server are Russian and Chinese. I think I couldn't give an exact number, but I'd say probably a good couple thousand, and they have no way to play Blizzard games officially, so there's no way that they're going to be jumping over. And how many people are playing hardcore here that are going to switch over? Beats me. So it probably will alleviate some of the population pressure, but I think it's a different experience. Like here you have hardcore on Classic Plus, you know, we're getting new content. Gilneas is coming out soon. Whereas, you know, regular hardcore is going to be popular probably for like a month or two, and then it's going to die out. I could be wrong. It could have staying power. You know, hardcore Iron Man is really popular in RuneScape. Diablo has hardcore, but I think flavor of the month has become a really big thing, especially with like content creators and streamers. So, you know, when streamers pile on to hardcore, they play that for a bit. After about a month, when they move on to the next thing, there'll be probably a good sizable dip in population, but there's always going to be people who want to play hardcore just because they like that game type or that play style. Yeah, now adding the war mode buff, I might have to change the leveling goals, because hitting 33 was like super fast. I expected it to take longer than it took for me to hit 25 to 30, but it's going to be like probably just under 4 hours of playtime, which is pretty quick. So maybe we'll make the goals longer or shorter, or we'll just play it by ear for now. One more Murloc head to get. I also have 2 video ideas aside from my Turtle WoW leveling series. I'm thinking of doing them, but I'd like to hear what your guys' opinion is. My first video would probably be, you know, why you should probably play and check out Turtle WoW. And the second would be, why did Felmis TBC underperform? The server had a lot of hype, and I think it only got 2,000 or 2,500 when the server launched, and now I think the pop is floating around like 700-800. So I have a couple of theories as to why it underperformed. It didn't do as well as I thought it would. Nothing conspiratorial, just I don't think people like TBC as much as they like Vanilla and Wrath the Lich King. And I have a couple of reasons. I'd get more into it if I did a video on that. We'll see how my timing is for the month of August, like how busy I am. There, the Murloc hits handed in. Fantastic. Now we can go take the proof over to Marshall Redpath. Alright, let's go take out some Naga. Something I also need to do is get my turtle mount. Every time I play, the Dark Moon Fair is never in Goldshire, it's always in Mulgore. So I'm not going to bother going all the way there just to get a mount that's just a little bit faster than walking when I have Blink available. That's all the Sirens taken out, so we need to take out the Shore Hunters now. 3 more to go. 1 more Shore Hunter to go. There's all the Naga taken care of. Let's head back to the town, hand in the quest. Stormwind Ho, hand it in. Alright, so we can head back to Stormwind, hand in that quest, and also do the next part of the Legend of Stalvan. My only worry about going up here to do the Syndicate quest is the Horde Town's right over here. So I might get ganked and killed, so it might not be worth it right now, maybe later on in the day. So for right now, we're going to fly back to the wetlands, hand in War Banners, and then head over to Stormwind. There's War Banners handed in. We got the undelivered letter. So on our way to Stormwind. Oh my, there's a lot of running around for this quest. I haven't done it in a long time, but I realized there's a lot of steps. I know the reward at the end is pretty good, which is why I'm doing it. I think you get, is it a ring or is it a trinket? But you know what? Let's do it. Why not? We can make it the title of the video, The Legend of Stalvan. All right, the reassignment handed in. So we're on our way right now to, actually, before we do that, I'll go pick up some more reagents so I can teleport back to Stormwind. I forgot to get some. But then we'll head over to Red Ridge and then walk over to the Eastvale logging camp. Next part of The Legend of Stalvan. We're going to check upstairs for the Faded Journal. Probably another ghost. Yeah, here we go. All right, onward to Darkshire, I think. Let's see. Yep. Is it faster to walk? Yeah, I guess we're... Yeah, it's probably faster just to walk. Really getting those 10,000 steps in today. Made it to the innkeeper. So now we got to go to the commander. And then I believe we have to go over here to kill the dude in the house, I think. To the clerk. There we go. So we're at the last part of the quest. We're going to make our way over to the house over here to take care of the NPC, Stalvan Mismantle. I think we should be fine for soloing it as a mage. All right, he's back up. I don't know why. I thought this quest was way harder. Oop. All right, there we go. So we'll hand this quest in at Darkshire, and we have completed the Legend of Stalvan. Quite the adventure. They don't make quests like they used to, you know. Actually, I think the questing vastly improved in the Cataclysm, but it was cool having these, like, you know, across journey quests, class quests, things like that. There's the Legend of Stalvan handed in. Excellent. And that leaves us with just half a bar left to get to level 33. So I can probably just go over to the cave here and just grind a couple of packs of Worgens to hit 33. So that'll probably be the plan. So I'll see you guys in a bit. More. And that should be level 33, hopefully. Boom. And there is level 33. So thanks for watching, guys. And don't forget to tune in for the next episode where we're going to try and hit level... We'll do 36 again, see how long it takes. You know, another 3 level bracket. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and join us next time for when we try and hit level 36. Have a great rest of the week, guys, and see you next time.